3 years later, Ethan was finally released from prison. But he was no longer the arrogant queen he once was. His face was haggard, his posture slumped. Dressed in an old, faded coat, he dragged a worn-out suitcase behind him as he stepped out of the prison gates. No one was there to pick him up. Our parents had long cut ties with him. And Chris? Well, Chris had already been reduced to a broken shell of a man behind bars. Ethan wandered the streets aimlessly. 3 years ago, he had been the center of attention, convinced he would marry into a prestigious family and live a life of luxury. Now, he had nothing. He checked into a dingy motel, lying on the creaky bed, staring blankly at the ceiling. How did everything end up like this? He mumbled to himself. Then, out of nowhere, a large truck lost control and veered straight toward him. Blood splattered across the pavement. The entire street was thrown into chaos. That evening, our parents received a call from the police informing them of Ethan's death. They barely reacted. This was fate, my father murmured. This is karma. My mother sighed. I stood behind them, watching their indifferent expressions. Ethan, I whispered, may you reflect on your life in the next world. Once he had been invincible. Now he was nothing more than a tragic afterthought. I turned away, walking toward the empire I had built for myself.